So what was happening was when I typed it, it appeared like it was just going to be opaque, and instead it worked fine. So let's make it white wording, and text size, we'll make it about 12. Let's turn on the grid. Let's see, show the grid. So this is what happens. Let's go a little bit larger here. So maybe go a little bit more. All right. Okay. Next, press F5 in the down frame on the text layer. So here is the down frame. And essentially what we're doing is inserting a frame. Then press F6 to create keyframes for the over and down states on the button shape layer. So now we're going to do keyframes. That was just a regular frame, and this one's going to be a keyframe for the over and down states in the button shape layer. So we go in the over here, insert timeline keyframe, and then the down states here on the button shape layer. Insert keyframe. So you can see that the symbol is being copied and duplicated to this particular frame when you do that. So there's one there, there, and there. So the graphic on the down state, so this here, this graphic, and that's the text that I'm pointing to, and so you can lock. Let's lock the text. And if we hide the text and come down here, and we're selected on the button shape layer here. And so then Kim just asked the question, is there an advantage to doing button in Flash as compared to creating them directly in HTML CSS coding? And the way that would work is that if you're referring to outputting, creating your animation, and then outputting HTML and CSS, and then going into the HTML and CSS or HTML afterwards and adding a button, then that, although it will somewhat display the HTML5 documents based upon the canvas element, and it's basically a drawing pad. So it's going to be a different animal than adding the button code to it. So they changed the color of the button to red in the overframe. So here's the overframe here. And see, I think we're encountering a bug because this should be turned off right now. The text. David, when you say you tried it in frozen animation, did you mean that you tried adding the HTML, a button to the HTML document after it was output, and that's what caused the freezing? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. See, it's kind of weird. The repaint, the text is gone now, but I had turned off the text a minute ago, and it didn't go away until I created a color here. Then it repainted. So make changes in the over and down states for the button shape layer. We change the color of the button to red in the overframe. So let's change that to red instead. And change the button to red in the overframe and to orange in the down frame. Here's the down frame. See that? Doing it again. See that? Just by mousing over, it repaints it. That's a little bug, I think. So the over is red. The over is red, and the down is orange. Okay, and then by clicking this back button right there, the button has been added to the library right there. All right. See, that's left over from the fact that I had change the stage instead of the button itself. So I just made the stage bigger again. And okay. So now we have our button. It's got the up, over, and down. And let's see here. I think what we'll do is tomorrow night we'll go over the scripting for this. But that's how you create the just the button, basics of a button. Tomorrow night we'll talk about code snippets. And when you go into code snippets, you have the two types here, but these are not the ones that we'll use because those are used only if you have a Flash player that you're going to be using. And because we're just using the canvas, we are just using the these here. So these are all the different code snippets that you can use. I can do the audio before we end tonight. See these event handlers, mouse click event, mouse over event, mouse out, double click. These will be the actions that we'll be using. The click will be the down, over, out, double click. All right, we'll go over that tomorrow night. Kim wants to go over the audio. I'll save this for tomorrow night. Thank you, David. Good night. We'll just be a couple more minutes. Now, Kim, you're asking the question, you cannot figure how to make it loop. Have you already got it included into your document? All right, well, all you got to do, Kim, is just make another copy. If you want the loop, all you got to do is make another copy and paste it after on the same layer. And that technically is looping, if you know what I mean. Let's see if I can find yours here. See this right here? This is a little bit of a concern for me because it means that your animation, you had a font. I believe that you had a font on your machine that you used in your animation, but I don't have that same font. Good night, Maria. So I have to choose a system default font. This is the mapping of it. I can't remember if you already included your audio. I don't know why I can't hear it. You took it out, okay. So the thing about audio is that when you have an audio layer, oops, not audio, it's audio. When you have an audio layer, it the audio track itself is a certain length, and so the it's already set for that length. And so what you can do is let's first insert an audio track into the library. Phil said we could use his song. Let's see I wish I could memorize what section everybody's in. Okay, so there we grab the MP3, we click open, and it's here in our stage. See right there. 2 tracks. Oh, no, I should not say 2 tracks, but well, I guess that's correct saying it's 2 tracks. Left channel, 2 channels maybe. Left channel, right channel. So when you drag it and insert it, you can see it shows up on the selected layer. Now I did it twice, and I want to show you what happens here. Now you've got, we just need to create some more. You want it, do you want it to just continue on? I was going to say, if we insert frames, it will expose it, and there it just had stopped. So technically, by dragging a second time, you you quote unquote cause it to loop. Is that your need, Kim? Is to just have it continue? So just drag it a second time afterwards. I think what I'm understanding is that the audio track that you're using is too short, and you need it to continue on. Am I understanding you correctly? Not sure she heard me. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. All right, well, Kim, why don't you stay afterwards? And Kendra, you're staying afterwards too. And so everybody else, that's it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Thank you, Drew. All right, well, I turn off the recording, and then you can talk about your questions.